Welcome to What's the Deal with Sam? Starring Sam Lilly. Join Sam as he discusses a wide variety of topics.
Batman.
Now let's start the show.
Thank you. What's the deal with spoilers? Here's a spoiler for you. I don't like them. I probably could have thought of a better start. Whatever. It's already there. I can't possibly record another take. That would require another take. So, spoilers is a thing that I've kind of touched on before in some other videos. And I kind of understand them a bit in the idea that, I don't like to have stuff spoiled for me. I understand. If you haven't, seen a movie or something and someone just kind of tells you what happens in it, or just says a key thing or a twist or something in the movie, you might think, oh, that sucks. I really would rather experience that purely for the first time myself. And you never are going to get that back. You can only really purely experience it for the first time once. And if someone spoils that experience by telling you what's going to happen, then you're going to expect it. You're going to have a totally different kind of reaction than you would have otherwise. And I get that idea. The thing is, it's not necessarily that hard to avoid spoilers. I know I've kind of bitched about how with Undertale, I didn't like how everyone was talking about it all the time, and I kind of made it sound like I had to watch it. I didn't, I didn't have to have it spoiled. I could have just totally avoided it. Even, there's like every channel on my YouTube that I was subscribed to was fucking talking about it, and it was like, well, whatever, it's just here. And I was also kind of curious about it, and then, I went further into the rabbit hole than I needed to. It's my own fault, though. Thing is, I could have just not watched it, like with Star Wars, with The Force Awakens. I didn't really want that spoiled for me either, so I only ever watched something that was considered spoiler-free, or I just didn't watch stuff that was, The Force Awakens. And, that's kind of the thing where, yes, in person it can be kind of easy for someone to slip up and say something, but if they start to talk about it, you can also be like, well, look, I haven't, haven't seen the movie, I haven't played the game yet, so if we could just not talk about that or not spoil that, then that's fine, okay, that works. It's a simple solution. The thing is, with the internet, it's even easier to get away from it. While it is much more available and it's probably going to show up a lot, especially if it's, something that's popular on the kind of sites that you visit and, check out the content for and all that stuff, yeah, you're probably bound to see it happening around. But the thing is, it's also way easier to avoid it. Just don't go to those sites, don't watch the videos, read the articles, just don't check out that stuff. And you'll be fine. I can see where someone just posts it as like a weird thing, like on your Facebook wall or something weird like that. It could probably happen that someone tries to intentionally spoil it for you, but you can just do your own judgment. It's not like it's totally impossible to avoid it. And I feel like the thing that's really upsetting isn't necessarily that people think it's impossible to avoid spoilers or that they're mad. I don't know. Like, part of it is like, okay, well, why are you that mad that someone spoiled it for you? If you're watching a video that's about it and someone says something you consider a spoiler because, what spoils the experience for you is totally up to, it's subjective. But the thing is, like, to be mad at someone for spoiling a video, like a movie or a game or something for you, it's like, well, you didn't have to fucking watch this when it was talking about that. You didn't have to keep listening or whatever. Like, when you click on a video that says it's about the thing you don't want spoiled, even if it says that there's no spoilers in it, you still should probably be aware that they might accidentally spoil something you didn't want to know, because their idea of a spoiler is not going to necessarily be your own idea of a spoiler. Also, while I understand that it does spoil the experience, I feel like a lot of people act like it spoils the entire point of experiencing that stuff at all. It spoils your first time experience, not the overall just experience of it. So, for example, if you were going to go watch a movie and you knew there was a twist in it and someone told you what the twist was, right? Like someone told you the weird twist that happens in a movie, and you're like, well, fuck, I'm not going to be surprised by that now. That sucks. But if the only reason you're watching the movie is to see what the hell that twist was, and to be surprised by that twist. If the only thing that you're watching a movie for the example, if the only reason you're watching a movie is so that you can see something you haven't seen before, that's pretty shitty. You know, if you want to take something away from it, you want to have some kind of entertainment when you're watching it, or take something away from it, you want to get something out of it. And there's a reason that you rewatch movies. I mean, there is a reason that you have things like DVDs where you can watch movies over and over again whenever you want to. It's because there's usually something there that draws you to it other than just the first-time experience of seeing the movie. So I don't know why spoilers are such a big deal anyways, as they don't necessarily ruin the entire thing, they just spoil that very first-time experience. And yes, that's annoying, it's not the end of the world, and there's so much shit for you to see that, you know, an experience anyways, is really that big of a deal if this one thing was spoiled for you. Come the fuck on. So that's kind of why I just wanted to talk about the whole spoiler thing. So, what's the deal with spoiler culture? It's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous with the ground, is what it's doing. And I will not stand for it. Which, I'm sitting on the ground right now, so you can tell I mean it. And Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father. There, you happy? You happy? You made me do this to illustrate my point, because you will still watch that movie. Still watch it. Probably watching it right now. One of you. Well, no, probably not. With my view count, not likely, but it could happen. And if it does, buy a lottery ticket. What's the deal with Sam? What's the deal with Sam? What's the deal with Sam? What's the deal